You lied to her?
Yeah, because I thought she was hitting on me. So...
Well, I see there's a little connection between you and The Rock. Please explain.
I wasn't even making 40 grand a year, so how can I pay 40 grand a year to go to drama school, right?
Please. You can say it, I just think you're hilarious. You're going from modelling, now we're switching to acting.
No wonder I shagged your missus if you were shagging my dad. What are we going to talk about?
The new show.
Oh, is that why I'm here? Oh, I just thought you liked my jacket.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
that scene, I think we must have been in that ring for about 12 hours or something like that. He actually headbutted me.
I'm not a stalker, I promise.
Are you sure? My missus is going to love this.
Chin chin.
I've heard they're casting for James Bond.
And you want to be the next Bond?
Done him, yeah, done him. No, I've done him. My elbows ain't gonna let me back, do you know what I mean? But obviously, I'm not trying to kill him, and he's not trying to kill me because he would have crushed me like an ant.
I have a very strange last question. Hi, we're iCelebrity. Today we are here with actor, model, superstar, cowboy, Harry Goodwin is in the studio.
But yeah, hey.
So we're gonna jump into everything you've been doing. Amazing stuff. But first of all, can we talk about the outfit? Let's give it up for the outfit. I mean, cowboy, emo cowboy. What's going on? Talk me through it.
I don't know. They you know, it works as pajamas and it works as obviously a daily fit. Apparently, according to you. So
pajamas.
I said I woke up like this.
You sleep in this?
For today, yeah, I did.
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
No, obviously not.
That's
this is a mixture of Vatos and All Saints, but it's very much my style. It's just kind of chill, but also looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So the Gentleman's coming out. We're going to talk all about that, but I do want to jump a little bit back because I read that you were pulled out of school to jump into like a Prada campaign, or was that after school? And I'm like obsessed with models and everything, so I want to know the story.
Okay, so yeah, when I was still in school, I think I was like maybe 15. It's kind of between like what do you do with life? Like, where do you want to go? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I was like, I used to play football, so I was like, cool, football, college, football scholarships, all that sort of stuff. And then just randomly one day, I was on Oxford Street buying football boots actually, with one of my best pals, George Winter, bigging you up on here, mate. So thank you for that later. And I just, some bird, Cheryl Smith, there's your flowers also. Just ran up to her, she's like, oh, giving it the, even model. And I'm like, no.
Oh, so you were scouted, or was she asking you if you already were?
I was scouted. Well, I didn't know at the time I was getting scouted, but I was getting scouted.
I thought you were getting hit on.
Well, yeah, wait for the rest of the story. Yeah, so she gave her a card and that. So I was 15. I told her I'm like 18. Like,
you lied to her?
Yeah, because I thought she was hitting on me. So, but then I sort of got a card and I was like, who the wants to be a model? Like, it's a bit, who wants to do that? Anyway, my old man convinced me to. He's like, go and see him and that. Blah, blah. So when I went in, finally after about 3 months, she's like, oh, so did you say he's 15? And I'm like. No, sorry, did you say you was 18? I was like, I did, yeah. I was like, but I'm 15. She's like, why did you tell me that you're 18? Yeah. And I was like, oh, because I thought you was, thought you was chatting me up sort of thing.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean? But she's like, what? I was like, yeah. I've got obviously such a massive ego that I thought you was just randomly chatting me up on the street.
She's like, no, I can tell you're a child.
yeah, because I looked like a like this big
buying football boots.
yeah, with like pairs of Predators in my bag. But yeah, so very shortly after that, I ended up doing a shoot with Mariano Vavenko and Nicola Formaschetti. I mean, they're like best in the biz. So they shot me for a magazine, and then like literally like a couple of weeks out, I ended up doing a Prada campaign, and it kind of just went.
How does that come about? Is it just like one after the other? Does it?
It really is like buses. So you wait for one, and then before you know it,
you're on the next.
Yeah, like it's all there. You do something cool, and then everyone's. So it's just kind of like, it really did actually just go like crazy. So then I just ended up doing that forever. Well, until now. But at the same time, obviously I was like contemplating after like a year or two of that to go to like drama school, things like that.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Then I found out how much it costs to go to drama school, and I was like,
gave up on that dream.
that. Can I swear?
Oh yeah, you say whatever you want.
Oh, sweet. But yeah, so that kind of happened, and it was like, oh, so I kind of was like doing my, I don't know, I guess you have to do prep and stuff for like drama school, so you got to pick your like, you got to do a monologue and this, and apparently you have to do a song as well. I was like, what the am I going to sing?
Do you sing? You can.
I mean, I do sing, but I can't sing. It's more monotone. But my wife is actually a singer, a professional singer and a songwriter. And I'm actually in awe of it because, like, sings like.
Oh, it's pretty wild.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
like when I sing, it's like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When she sings, everyone's like, "Oh my god, we love you." They're like, "You shut the up. You can't sing." Do you know what I mean?
It's like
sound like a foghorn.
Exactly. It's like you actually have a talent, like that
That's,
no one can dispute.
I think
like, I can sing.
It's actually a talent because
it's
I
crazy.
don't think you can really teach that. If I'm honest with you,
No,
like,
I don't think.
You've either got it or you ain't. That's it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So anyway, so I was doing all this stuff, and then I found out how much it cost, and then it's like, oh, do you want to go to Tokyo for 4 months on like a contract? I was like, absolutely. I've only ever been to Spain, so let's go and travel the world.
Get on the plane.
So kind of did that.
What were you doing in Tokyo?
Modelling. So
just all around, like castings, running around.
Yeah, it's weird when you go over that way to do that because they're kind of like you go there, they put you up and that, and it's just like you go around in a van doing all these castings, you get jobs. They like really cater to you, which is amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really cater to you, and it's kind of like cool. This is your contract, you know, like this is what you're gonna get paid. But obviously if you make more, you get more kind of thing. But also, it's like Tokyo, and I was like 17, living in a 2-bedroom gaff on my own in Tokyo, in Roppongi.
Oh, you were on your own?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, because we had another guest who was a model, and he was off to Japan or Tokyo modelling. He's doing like fashion as well. And he said he was put in like one of those model houses where they're all like crammed in. Have you been into one of those as well?
Oh yeah.
Have you been living the high life in the modelling game?
Oh no, it's never the high life because Tokyo was the high life. I was like, I could get used to this. So got my own gaff, lovely, bosh, Roppongi, like, you know what I mean? But what you're talking about there, when you do like your fashion weeks and stuff, it's you just get chucked into a hostel with a load of scabby little geezers, and you
all trying to make it.
Well, I don't even know if they're trying to make it. They're just like
it's their job.
They just get told what to do in it, so they're staying in. And they're like, "What? I've got to sleep in a bunk bed next to these 9 guys." I'm like, it's not as glamorous.
It's not as glamorous. It's behind the curtain.
Yeah, completely.
A little less glamorous.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah.
On camera.
Yeah.
When you go home to your dorm, it's not. It's not as glamorous as it seems, So yeah, I've had a few of them.
So you were, 15, 16, jumped into modelling?
Yeah.
At school, model in campaigns, what was the vibe there? Sorry, if I was on Prada campaigns when I was 15, my friends would have been like, what's going on?
Okay, so I'm not sure because I'm getting a bit long in the tooth these days. So I don't know if I was 15 when I did Prada, but I wasn't far off it.
Like a teenager, right?
I was a teenager. I couldn't even grow like pubes, let alone facial hair. Do you know what I mean? I also went to school on Old Street Roundabout. I went to Central Foundation. It's all boys school. It's a pretty rough school.
Rough, yeah.
I'm from a pretty rough area, so you can only imagine the banter in it.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
You got ripped to shreds. I know.
Oh, completely ripped to shreds. Yeah, but when you think about it, I'm getting ripped. I'm like, what? Because I'm making money and I'm doing all these worldwide things. But when you go there, it's like,
in my hostel.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I didn't tell that bit. Do you know what I mean? But it's like you're ripping me. I'm like, what are you doing? Walking around with a knife in your shoe, going on the rob and that. But it's banter and So yeah, so it was. I know for me,
Who's laughing now? Or are they all laughing as well?
No, I think they've all grown up and they appreciate. Well, probably half of them are, yeah. But I don't know. No. But yeah, at the time it's like who's laughing now? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but at the time it's like a little bit stressful for me because it's like you're doing this thing which is it's an amazing. I've had a touching life, put it that way. So thank you for that. But you get ribbed for it all the time. It's ribbed for it, but you got to take.
Of course.
The good with the bad, I guess, isn't it? So can't have it all.
So then you're going from modelling. Now we're switching to acting. So you didn't go to school.
I didn't go to school, no.
So how did you jump into that? Do you think the modelling kind of pushed you into it, or does it help?
I think it kind of gave me a confidence in life.
Yeah, of course.
To be like, well, why the are you here? Like, you weren't supposed to be here. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, well, you are. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, well, I didn't even want to do this, but I'm doing it. So it's like, you can do whatever you want to do, really. And that's proof of it, right? Yeah. So I kind of always have had the I don't know, I guess what's like the fire in your belly or whatever you want to call it.
Sure, why not?
To do the acting sort of stuff. And then like I said, I'm not going to say how old I am because I'm not going to. So I'm trying to.
Is the age a secret? Do you keep that secret?
I don't keep it a secret. I mean, you probably actually can, to be fair. So yeah,
it's not a secret.
It's not a secret. I'm just So I'm like 32, so I've been doing this for a long time. I'm like been doing modelling and acting role for like nearly 70, longer than I haven't been. Put it that way.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? So, but kind of whereas the fire in the belly. Like I said, I did want to do drama school, but it's like I wasn't even making 40 grand a year. So how can I pay 40 grand a year to go to drama school, right? So that for me was like a no. But it's always been there. But then, like I said, I utilised the modelling to travel the world, like, meet amazing people. And I really have travelled the world. Like, it's insane. Like, I've got a little map at home, tick it off.
On it.
Yeah, there's not many that ain't ticked off.
Oh, really? Where have you got left?
The only place I've pretty much got left is Antarctica, but you can't go there anyway, so that's fine.
Why can't you go to Antarctica?
Well, because it's all like government protected. Also, it's freezing. Who wants to go there?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? At the end of the day,
no space for cowboy boots there.
I mean, yeah, I'll end up. I'll be stuck there, like.
Yeah, great.
But other than that, just South America. But I've been pretty much everywhere else. But I was like, how do I sort of tap into the acting world again? Because when I was in the UK, sorry, I'm like, that's the.
No, you're good.
It's the olives. Allergic to the olives. It's like I'd go into auditions. And people be like, "Oh, you're the model," or
"Oh, really?"
So it's like, "No, I'm not. I'm here for an audition." Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
So it's kind of like, like you already ain't got the job. So I was like, that.
Well, so you walk in, they say, "Oh, what have you been in? What have you done?" What do you say? Do you go modelling, or do you say nothing? Do you lie again?
Well, it wasn't even the case of that. Like when I was doing it was like, "Oh, you're in," but "Oh, you're the model." Like as in like. Oh, you're the model.
They just tell you.
And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I do, but I'm here for an audition, right? It's basically not taken serious is what I'm trying to say because, everyone thinks they can go from modelling to acting and,
it's a difficult transition.
Well, I think it's just people think they can do it. And I mean, if you're good and you know what you're doing, you can. But I feel like you get a little bit, there's no respect for it because they're like, well, you didn't go to drama school, you didn't do this, blah, 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 right? So you kind of get that little bit of, talk basically. I want to be in Hollywood. I want to be in movies. I want to play. I want to live my life. So I just moved to Hollywood randomly about 7 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So you're jumping. Where are you from in London?
I'm from I'm like East London. Yeah, literally just down the road. So yeah, not too far from here.
So then jumping over to Hollywood. How? Why? What was like?
I just jumped on a plane, went to Hollywood. And then I had a friend that lives over there, so I was staying with him for a little bit.
Oh, cool.
And then I kind of went from there. I was back and forth from there, from like there to New York because I got agency in New York. So I was like back and forth for about a year, and then I was like just planted in Hollywood. And I literally just like, you know what? It. If you fail, you fail. But if you don't fail, or if you don't try, you've already failed, haven't you? So yeah, basically just took the took the plunge and
what are you just?
It's worked out now.
Going to castings, trying to.
Oh no, I just.
Your way in.
Oh no, not even that. I got there and I was like, right,
party.
Okay, I'm in Hollywood, don't really know anyone. So then I was like, right, figuring out. Like, I had to set up meetings with agents, people.
Like making connections and stuff.
Yeah, like just doing the rounds, like not to be fair, not too much partying, but just
No, that'd be the first.
We call it networking.
Well, it's the same thing.
No, it's networking.
What's it?
Well, you say party, you sound like a
yeah.
head. It's networking.
Sorry. Networking. I love networking.
Networking is my favourite thing in the world.
My favourite pastime.
I wish I could do that for a living, but you know, doesn't pay the bills,
Soon.
unfortunately.
So you're in LA.
Yes.
And then let's talk about it.
What are we going to talk about?
The new show.
Oh, is that why I'm here? Oh, I just thought you liked my jacket.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, all right. How are you in the castings? Are you getting reached out to for that role? Like, how does that even come about? Because that's a massive deal. People would die to get in a Netflix show. You know, people love that.
I mean, not just a Netflix show. I mean, you know, there's many shows on there. Some are good, some are bad. But for me, I would have jumped backwards over sideways, drowned myself to be in a Guy Ritchie
of
production.
Course,
More to the point.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't care if it was on an iPhone. I'd have been like, still gonna do it.
Guy Ritchie was holding the phone.
No, literally.
No,
you know
so
what I mean?
cool.
Yeah, so
cool.
you know, obviously also Netflix as well. You know, it's like, you know, right now Voice is probably like the biggest like platform you can have. So yeah, so for me, so how that actually came about. So one of my friends, Jack Brett Anderson, everyone look him up, mustard actor. He came to visit me in LA actually because he came to see me. I've got 2 children, by the way. I'm not just a weird little pirate cowboy guy.
Also a father.
I'm also actually
baby pirate
responsible sometimes, wherever the cameras are looking. So he came out just to visit, you know, meet my child, my wife, and he got a tape in for this, and I was like, mate, I can help you with this, because he's like, how? I was like, I've read it, and I'm like, it's me, like as we're growing up, basically.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously without all that, because, you know, no one does that sort of stuff these days. Anyway,
never.
But it was like, I was like, I can help you with this. Like, I read it with him, so boom. And I was like, look, if you don't get this, I'm gonna hit my agent.
I'll take it.
Because I was like, if you don't get it, it's mine. That's it. One of us is getting it, bro.
Did you just know? Did you have
in my head, I was like, this is my role. But obviously, I would love you to get it. But if you don't get it, I'm getting it. But by that, either way, one of us is getting it, right? We both grew up same area, council estate.
Good friends.
I'm staying with him now. Like as I said, I live in LA, so I stay with him every time I'm here.
Yeah, so if he wins, you win.
He's like my brother. He's my brother.
Yeah,
you win, I win. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird how that kind of came about. Then I got taped through, did it, and I'll be honest with you, I actually just woke up hungover. Probably shouldn't say that, but I did, and just was like, did it, and never mind the Buzzcocks t-shirt on. Cool. Did it on my balcony. Can I do this, or do you want me to be a bit more like cleaner?
No, be worse. Honestly, literally do
I
whatever.
could go way worse.
Normally, like,
okay,
don't worry.
So so I go on the balcony because you need good light, right? So I was like, I don't really want to go. Also, at the time, I don't know. I think that's my little boy. It must have been like, don't know. It must have been like only like maybe like 16 months or something. So screaming and all that, and I'm like, right, how do I like get this tape in, right? Baby screaming, you know what I mean? So got Miss to come outside. I was like, right, just bang it up there. Dog's barking. I'm like, shut the up. Like having a row with this dog. Just like very frustrated, very hungover. Did the tape. I think I made most of it up, if I'm honest, just because it felt so natural. And then Miss is like,
what were you doing, punching the air on the balcony?
Oh, pretty much all of it. Screaming at a dog, like fuming, like hungover.
Hungover probably helps the character, right?
Well, it is
a bit of a mess.
No, but it is the character.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it, right? So it just felt very me. And then it's like, oh, you're gonna send that in? I was like, yeah. She's like, really?
Why not?
I was like, you're American, you won't get it. Do you know what I mean?
You just knew.
Like, I'm like, you know, fits character. It also fits the Guy Ritchie world. And then, you know, well, I just thought that, but you know, apparently it did work. But then when I got on set, it was like very much that world, not dogs barking and stuff, but more of the just kind of, you know, be yourself and just kind of like, this is what this is what you're supposed to do on paper, but it's just paper, right? After that, it's like, but make it your own.
How profound.
And that's very much how Mr. Guy Ritchie, legend, that's how he works. It's like, you know, it's like, cool, you know, this is what is on paper, but, you know, you bring you to it. We do this, we change this. Does it work? Doesn't it work? And every time it does work. It just you know, it creates such a freedom, so you can actually be yourself. Because sometimes it's like, right, you said this instead of that. It's like one word that's different. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, so you're allowed to kind of wriggle around in the character.
Well,
as you say, it was you were like typecast. You're like, this is mine.
Very,
this is me.
very typecast, but like typecast but no one knew that it was that typecast. Well, just no one knew it was that typecast. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, this
Guy Ritchie wasn't
this
hitting you up just yet, but he will be now.
I mean, well, he already has, doesn't he? He's put me in this, so it's like, you know, hopefully, Guy, if you're listening, he hits me up again.
Yeah, get him in another one.
As a lead next time. Lead.
Yeah.
Run the show.
Yeah. So are you a boxer?
In the show, I'm a boxer. I do box, and I have boxed, not professionally or anything like that, but I've always boxed. I'm very, very happy to get in the ring and spar with people.
Cool. Been in a couple fights?
Yeah, I've had a few fights. I mean, I've sparred a lot of time.
Well, there you go.
But I've had a few fights. I've got a lot of friends that are boxers, professional boxers, or boxing trainers, or, you know, really good amateur careers.
When you told them, you're like, I'm going to be a boxer, but they're like, wow.
They were like, oh, not even that. They were like, oh, fair enough. They're sort of duffing you up instead. Do you know what I mean? So they come and just beat you up instead. I'm like, no, you're supposed to help me here, not beat me up.
Oh.
But apparently, if your friends love you, they're horrible to you, so.
Oh,
apparently
I'm disgusting to my friends.
Yeah, but you love them, right?
Oh yeah.
There you go, exactly. Yeah, it's like, you know.
Yeah, if you're comfortable enough to
push and pull, innit?
Yeah,
push and pull, yeah. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, so no, I'm not actually a boxer, but I've always boxed and I've grown up and you know, boxing, let's say. But I've got quite a few friends that are boxers, professional boxers, or have been, or, you know, done the amateurs and this, that, and the other. It's quite funny actually. So one of my friends, he had a great amateur career. Dan O'Brien, again, name dropping. Doing them favours, see what I mean? They don't even know. You ever get added on Instagram tomorrow, like, oh, why I've got all these followers? It's funny actually because, so he's one of my best friends. I don't want to leave anyone out, so one of my best friends. But so he's had a really good amateur career. Younger and his old man, they're like, you know, like notorious like boxers and boxing trainers. But I didn't know. We were filming, and then Dan was like, "Oh, you're on set with Ray tomorrow," and I was like, "Yeah, that's what it says on the paper."
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that Ray Winston and my mate Dan's uncle Moss O'Brien, they boxed together. So they actually came up doing the amateurs together, and they used to, like, they sort of did the circuit together. So when I first got on set with Ray, my first thing I think I said to him was, without sounding weird or anything, I've got a photo of you on my phone, and he's probably thinking, this ain't the first time this has happened. Do you know what I mean? But he probably thought I've had a photo of him in 60 Beast and he's little budgie smugglers. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, no, look at this. I've got a photo of him, like, as a, you know, young with Moss. He's like, how the you know Moss? I was like, oh. I said, I don't actually know Moss, but I'm very, very, very good friends with his nephew because you used to box out the Repton, didn't you? You come up together. So it was to break the ice on set. It was perfect because instead of talking, going, oh, you know, hey Ray, I've watched you my whole life. I'm very like
big fan.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like fanboying. It was like we actually had, you know, proper chat. And obviously he's a Hammer as well, so I'm a big West Ham fan. Do you know what I mean? So it was like we just kind of had a real like just rapport just on set anyway, because we weren't talking. We were talking just about real stuff, which was lovely.
Makes it easier.
Then you go on set, and then it's like, oh, you're playing my dad. Oh, didn't know that. I just thought because you, and I was like, oh, well that works out well, didn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
So. Yeah.
So, I mean, let's talk about the boxing scenes.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about them.
I love it. I love a little blood.
They're good, aren't they?
They're
good.
It's so cool.
They're really
Camera
good.
work's amazing as well. It really makes it.
Oh, listen.
Crazy.
Iran Creevy directed that.
Wow. I'll keep that in mind. Very cool.
Directed that.
Cool.
Done a fantastic job.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
You
honestly,
see so many fights in like films and in TV series, and some of them are like, but the camera work tied in really pushes it, and it's kind of beautiful in a strange way. Like, it's it's like ethereal, like the way it's kind of moving.
Well, the thing on it is very cinematic, but
very
also
cinematic.
it looks very real, right?
Yeah.
Partly because most of it kind of was real, if I'm honest
up.
with you. Yeah. So
Touched each other for real.
pretty much, yeah.
No,
So,
I was gonna ask what was the fake fighting like?
Yeah, so
fake?
my pal asked me, I think he goes, mate, he goes, how did you look like you're getting hit in the face? I was like, I was getting hit in the face.
I was literally gonna say it looks like you are actually getting beat up. I was like, how did that come about? And you were
pretty much, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, no, because basically, like,
it's not a big health and safety issue.
So the team that worked on that obviously had Adam, who's the butcher, right?
Yeah.
Adam Bazil or whatever. So he's the big butcher. So he's the guy that's beating him up.
Yeah, he's massive.
He's huge. I was saying, so Adam obviously, and then we had like a great, the team behind it was great. I worked with a guy called Will McKay, and he was amazing. He was part of the team to help sort of, there was choreographed, right? So there was choreographed bits of certain sort of shots they wanted. So we kind of did all that, just fine. But then in between that, also it's like they choreograph it. So then just spoke to Adam, and I'm like, mate, listen, this ain't my first it's not my first rodeo. So let's just basically let's just spar. Do you know what I mean?
That was your idea.
Yeah, I was like, but let's just spar. He's like, mate, I'm paid here for you to just basically hit me or whatever, right? No. He's massive. If I hit him, I'll break my hand. Do you know what I mean? I had to walk away like that. I'm like, yeah, no. I've done him. Yeah, I've done him. No, I've done him. My elbow's hanging at me back. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know how. I'd be terrified. He'd literally squash me.
Oh no, he's huge. So no, we had this whole thing. So we did all this choreography and that. So we worked that bit out just for like certain. It's like duck, but like just to work it
like
out.
An outline, and then you fill in the rest.
Basically, but then after that, it's like you can't really throw a fake punch because it's not really like. I mean, well,
are you not supposed to like actually touch each other? Or how does it work?
You can do it. You can do it. Either way, you can fake it or do it. But we're just doing it because it looks way good on camera. It's like, he looks like he got hit. Yeah, he did get hit.
It does. It really does. You can tell.
But we had a thing, and so we went through all the choreography, and then we did it. And I was like, mate, just hit me. Like, I just want to know, like, just hit me, but don't proper hit me because you're massive. Do you know what I mean? Just to like see like. Well, not hit me kindly, but just like hit me.
Don't kill me. Because I'm like, break my face.
Let me see how hard you actually hit. I'm pretty sure he could have done it like 100 times harder. But he hit me, and I was like, oh, do you know what? Sweet, I can take that for the next 3 days. It's fine. No, you know what I mean. So, and he's like, hit me. I was like, nah, I don't want to break my hand, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so we kind of went on that. We basically just end up sparring. Light-ish sparring for the whole kind of scene. So we kind of went from
mockery of me and my burps.
Kind of went from that to like sparring, but it was like a bit heavier than light sparring.
How many times are you doing that? Like fighting? How many times?
So that scene, the big scene.
Yeah.
I think we must have been in that ring for about.
Hours, right?
12 hours or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, we were just going for it. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, we were just like, we're going for it. We're just going for it. And it was like, like I said, I was sparring, but like, you get it and you feel it, but it's not like, it's not going to break anything. You know what I mean? So we just kind of went for it. So yeah, that's kind of how we did it. And then, like everyone was like, oh my God, like, this is amazing. And I'm like,
yeah,
because we basically just had a little rumble in the ring. So it looks like we did have a rumble because we did have a rumble. Yeah. Even a bit, there is a scene that, when he headbutts me.
Yeah.
Right? He actually headbutted me. Wasn't supposed to, but he actually did. So I was like, you know what I mean? But so it's an actual headbutt. So it's like, I was like, you better keep that in because I've just been headbutted. Do you know what I mean? But it's fun. Like, but for me, I don't know. I've seen a few actors, and I'm not going to say names. I'm actually not. They don't like that side of it, right? But I like that side of it. You
want to get involved.
Like if you're going to play a boxer, right?
Box.
I want to be a boxer.
Yeah.
If I'm playing a secret agent, I want to wire down things and shoot people in the nut. Do you know what I mean? Like, or you're playing this. Like the whole point of it is you get to play I don't care about the words. I don't, like I said, I don't like talking, believe it or not. You wouldn't think so. But like to play these characters and actually be able to do it is amazing. Like as an actor, which is I think is why I love it, is that you can be anything you want because you get a role, you could be anything. You could be a pirate one day, or a cowboy,
or the next,
or a boxer, or a spaceman. Like, but you get to do it. But if you actually get involved in it, you're doing it.
Exactly.
Near enough, you know.
And also, you know, he's not actually trying to kill you like a real fight. Like, you know, there's some layer of.
Well, that was
I'm gonna be all right.
That was the thing. It was kind of like, you know, we you know, like just, you know, hit me, I'll hit you, but obviously, like, we're not trying to kill each other.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you know, 50-70% sparring, but you get. Well, you've seen the scenes; they look massive, so you get the realness out of it. But obviously,
it does appear very real.
But obviously, I'm not trying to kill him, and he's not trying to kill me because he would have crushed me like an ant. Seen the size of him? He's massive,
massive,
a specimen of a man.
It's crazy. So you had a gum shield, or did you lose teeth? What was that prosthetics or what was
gum
it?
shield?
It was just a gum shield.
Yeah. Gum shield. Yeah, because the other one. That one's yellow. The other one was like blacked out, right? So it looked like no teeth. But no, it's just a gum shield. It's just a gum shield. But even in that scene, it was again Dom, great stuntman. Again, we did the same. So we just, you know, had a little rumble and played, and you know, and he got the best shot in the thing. You know, the first thing. Slow motion.
Oh yeah.
He's got the best shot of the whole film. He should have been in it. Do you know what I mean? But even that was the same. It was just, you know, we just kind of just beat each other up for a few hours and then just shook hands and then after I was like,
hate to have a scrap.
Can't wait to see that on camera.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Is it weird watching that back? Like, does it look how you envisioned it?
Do you know what? It doesn't, because we've shot that for like hours and then you see in like snippets of it, right? Yeah. But obviously, when they're shooting, I don't know. I think there was like maybe like 5 cameras. There's one here wide, one up here, one up there, one
everywhere,
there.
Yeah.
So we did all that stuff, and I was like, "Oh, cool, that's gonna grab that." But then all the stuff in the ring, I can't think of the fella's name, and I'm sorry I can't think of his name because obviously I'm good with names apparently.
You were.
But he's in the ring with his little handheld and getting all the like up close.
Oh,
like,
really?
Boom. Yeah. So and he's doing that. So as we're like, you know, having a little tussle, he's in there giving it boom, boom, boom.
Cool.
And
did he get knocked out a couple of times?
No, not at all. He's just in there.
Oh, he's a pro.
But they're the really cool shots. Not that the wides aren't, but it's like bang. But I can't think of his name, and I'm sorry I can't. But he was,
really cool.
Well, you've seen him. I don't even know who's watching this, but I don't know if you have. But definitely watch it.
Busy at work.
but it worked, right? And they're like amazing.
No,
it was great because we were watching
amazing.
that, and then like watching it back. I'd only seen. Like, you know, obviously I get to watch the monitor back or whatever, so I've seen him on the monitor, so I'm like, oh, okay, well, I've seen that shot, but once it's all pieced together, I was like, wow, it's
cool.
amazing.
It is amazing.
It's great.
Amazing.
It's really good. Yeah.
I was telling you on it, it's iconic. Like it's gonna be iconic because it's an amazing fight scene. Like there's just something about it that feels different. It's just really, I think it's the way it's shot, honestly, and maybe the fact that you're actually punching each other. Really cool. Really cool.
So I mean, I hope it's iconic, and I hope people like it.
I think it's iconic for that.
Because if not, I've got to get another job anyway. So Tesco's are hiring, so you know, I don't mind. I'll stack shelves if not.
Their door's always open.
So if you don't like it, guys, I'm gonna have to stack shelves. It's fine.
Yeah, everyone go watch it.
Please don't make me stack shelves.
It's all right. Give it a watch.
It's all right. It's all right. It'll do. If you're bored, Netflix and chill.
Right. I'm not a stalker, I promise.
Are you sure? I thought I recognised you from somewhere.
Outside your window.
Hanging outside my bedroom.
No, I read an article you did for The Man. I'm sure this was years ago. But you mentioned that you're not a big fan of getting your makeup done. Like hair and makeup, you're not into it. But surely on a big film set, there's a lot of, like, especially fighting, like blood, some prosthetic something.
Well, the blood bit and that, you can't really help that because they're like, oh, you need to look like you got punched in the nose. I'm like, well, obviously they got to do that.
Did they do prosthetics or how does it work?
Yeah, I guess it's prosthetic. Yeah, so they've got like these. I don't even know how they do it. They're amazing, like because I'm looking at one day actually when I finished set. I wanted to leave because I was there for so long. I just jumped in a sherbet and went. If you don't know what that is,
right.
If you don't know, sherbet dab is a cab, by the way. Bit of Cockney slang for you there. So I've jumped in a sherbet to go home. You know, went to the shop but obviously I ain't taking my makeup off.
Yeah.
So I walk in the shop.
Rough day.
Yeah, but I'm like unaware of it, right? So geese like walk past me, all looking at me like staring. So I'm looking at them, I'm like, what are you looking at, sort of thing? And I've looked in like, you know, the mirror bit, and obviously I look like I've been battered.
Yeah.
On the makeup.
Crazy.
So I was like, oh.
If you want to see the body, get into the show.
Watch the show, yeah.
Blood and abs.
Blood, abs, and me getting beaten up. So if you don't like me, watch the show because you get to see me get beaten up as well. So that's fun.
Yeah. That's a really good way.
And if you do like me, watch the show because you like me. There you go.
There you go.
Win-win.
Win-win. So what time? So say you're getting up in all the blood and I'm assuming there's some type of bruising stuff like that. How early are you getting to set to kind of get?
I mean, you kind of have to get to set sort of like every day the same sort of time. So you get into set at like 5 a.m. Which is, you know, always fun. And then, you know, you're either, you know, hanging in your trailer, or if you're getting all the perspectives. I think the last one, or that big scene, because obviously you do a scene and you're all bloody, right? And then like, oh, well, we'll go clear that up, because we're doing the other bit. So then you got to clear that up and then do like to make it look less, right? So like, so before you know it, you know, you're doing makeup at one point. It was like maybe like 4 or 5 hours, like sitting in a chair.
That's wild. I think I'd like it though. Do you not feel like getting pampered a bit?
Yeah, I mean,
I want to punch someone. Get me out of the chair.
Pretty much, yeah. So, but luckily for me, I got to go and punch Adam, so it was sweet. Do you know what I mean? I could take it out on him. It's he's just sitting in a chair basically. But as you're doing that, you're also making friends with the makeup artists and stuff. So it's not, 5 hours sounds a lot, but then you chit chatting. So then by the end of it, when you leave set, you're friends with now like 20 makeup artists, like actors, but you know what I mean? Because as you're in your chair, you got someone else next to you, and then you're like, oh, are you in this as well? I was like, well, yeah, I wouldn't be in the chair otherwise, would I? Oh, anyway, I'm Harry. Can't move because I've got,
my eyeballs hanging out.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But so, do you know what I mean? So, although yes, it can be a little bit strenuous, but
you meet great people.
I feel like you make great bonds when you're doing that, because you have nothing else to do basically, because you're sat in a chair. Do you know what I mean? Bit like this now. Do you know what I mean? I'm sat in a chair. We're making friends
to
now.
Sit in a chair,
so we'll go for a beer after.
Huh? As long as we can sit down.
Well, yeah, I don't want to stand up and have a beer.
Some people do. My dad stands.
Yeah, but only if he's busy.
Maybe.
You're like, no, he just stands up all the time. He just he just loves it.
Sit.
Just loves it. He's got a sore bum all the time. He's
Right. So filming, I'm sure you've got some funny story you can give us from filming. I'm sure it was so much fun, but any standout moments?
Yeah, so filming, it was I mean, it was all fun, and it's all fun and games, but I don't know, can I say like scenes and stuff? I guess I can.
It's out. Talk about it.
Okay, so spoiler alert. Well, not spoiler alert, but there there's a shower scene bit that I'm in with Guz Khan, right? And spoiler alert. So basically, there's a shower scene. No, I don't know. But so, anyways, there's a scene in the shower bit. We don't have to say what happens in that, but he comes in and I'm his missus basically. So
yeah.
But on that bit, it's so funny because we.
Please. No, you can say it. I just think you're hilarious. I can't.
Oh, okay.
The way you say things is so funky.
Sorry. Authenticity is,
Gotta do it.
So but anyway.
So what were you doing?
I just.
You're in the shower.
Can I say that again?
Oh, please.
Oh, yeah. So I was, in case you didn't hear, I was his missus. Yeah. So he comes in, obviously, and, he kind of sees the thing. But on it, he just like ad-libbed it all, right?
Yeah.
So he comes and he's like, like going like mental.
Crazy.
Because then he's like, right, but we're doing this for like 5 hours. But every time he's coming in, right, he's doing something different every time, and
that's
just
cool.
off the cuff. But there's one funny bit where he says, he says something, and he goes, shag your ring. I said, I shag your dad. but the whole cast went, what? And even I went, what?
I'll shag your dad.
I went, you want to shag my dad? Like, so like, like the whole crew just started like cracking up, and he's like, I should have said something else, shouldn't I? I'm like, you say whatever you want, mate. If you want to shag my dad, shag my dad. Like, it's up to you, do you know what I mean?
Freedom of speech.
So that for me, yeah, it was funny. But also, I was impressed. I'm like, he's just coming in, boom, 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 every time, something different, something different, something different. But like for 5 hours. I'm like, I can't even say my name that many times in a minute. Do you know what I mean? And he's just doing it. It was wicked, and it was very funny because every time something different, boom. And then the shag your dad bit was like, just kind of, it was just broke the
Wish
thing.
they left that in.
Well, I think there's something similar a bit later on in another scene. But yeah, it's just the fact is like abusing me, like but he's like, oh, shag your dad. I'm like, I don't really feel offended by that actually. I'm like, are you all right? Do you know what I mean? Is that no wonder I shagged your missus if you were shagging my dad. Like, do you know what I mean? You kind of broke the boundaries there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, that for me is a very memorable moment because yeah, well, it's hilarious, but also just the tenacity to just keep coming in with new material off the spin. I was like, I don't know if I could do that, but he did very well. Guzcon, hit you up there, boy.
Very cool.
Pay me back, buddy.
So you played Jack Glass.
I do, yes.
But the cast is like, it's like British.
Oh, it's the
excellence.
best. It's the best of British.
It's the best of British. Like everyone's gonna know someone in the cast. Like it's star-studded, including yourself, of course.
Well, do you know what? I feel just lucky to be on the set with them, right? So like I was saying before, like all jokes aside and that, but no, seriously, like obviously growing up watching, you know, all of the cast, literally all of the cast, even down to, you know, I know they're the leads, but they're my age, but regardless, they just started very young. So even Theo and Kaya, like I've like Effie, Skins, like I grew up watching that, right? So
I don't want to say it, but like
I'll be honest with you,
I was like, oh, it's her.
Yeah,
I was like, what's she doing now? It's crazy.
Exactly.
And like, everyone's seen Skins, like in this like little.
Such a great show, right?
Everyone's seen it.
So even growing up, you know, I was growing up watching her. You know, she just, you know, she know, cool. She got in. No, she's amazing. She's so cool. She really is, and you know, we got on really well. But like even that, I'm like, I've grown up watching you my, you know, whole life, just with the same age-ish. But she, you know, she started young, but then obviously you got your Ray Winstons in there, like you got your Vinnies, Max Beasley. Come on, like, you know, Joe, like that. It's crazy. It's a mad cast, right? So, God, I've always wanted to work with Guy Ritchie, right? I've always wanted to be.
Guy Ritchie's, that's wild.
I always wanted to be in Lock Stock, right? Like for me, I was like, I would love to be in something like that, always, because it's like, and well, I'm now, aren't I? So then, you know, the Guy Ritchie bit was like, whoa. And then after that, when I seen the cast coming through,
so how does that work? So you get it, and then they start slowly telling you?
Well, yeah, because I think Max comes into it, I think in maybe 5 or 6 in the series. So until then, you know, the scripts are all kind of, you know, secret.
So you don't really know.
Yeah,
Wait,
so, you know, I get my bits, you know, you read some of the script. Like, even with Ray, like I said, like, you know, I just kind of, they're like, oh, you're doing this scene, you know, and then it's like, oh, with Ray. And I'm like, all right, who's Ray? Like, you know what I mean? But then it was like, because I don't, you know, you don't see it. And it's like, oh, Ray Winston. So I'm like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So then it's like, oh, you got this scene with Vinny. I'm like, who's Vinny? But in my head, I was like, it's got to be, nah. And then I get there and it's Vinnie Jones, isn't it? So I'm like, wow, okay. So like, bucket list, you know, sort of like, I wanted
got to keep it cool.
Yeah, you got to try to at least. You got to try to at least.
I'm one of you.
Really,
I was in Skins.
I'm like fanboying, like, oh my god. But
who were you most starstruck by? Was there someone you were like, wow?
All of them.
Do they all have like a presence? Like all those people that have been doing it from such a young age, because it's their lives, you know.
Well, do you know what? They all have a presence, but you know, like I was starstruck by them all. So I'm not saying that just for the sake of it. I really am. Look at the cast, but I've wanted to work with all of them. Like, you know, starstruck by Guy alone, right? And to have the opportunity to do this, like even Theo, like starstruck by him, because most people, you know, everyone's like to him, like, you know, like White Lotus and all that stuff. But I'm like, oh, I remember he was in the In-Betweeners movie. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
So it's like I've literally watched, like,
weird.
I've watched all of you from growing up.
British.
So then
cast.
So then to be in it with all of the cast, I'm like, this is insane. And I'm like, just me. I'm just little old me. Do you know?
Run
Little old
around.
me. So yeah, no. So it was very it was very you know, like, you know, surreal. Is the word I would use. But
would you say it's the best? Would you say it's the best project you've worked on so far? Like, do you enjoy this one the most?
oh, for sure, and I'd love to do it again. But then,
you will.
but then
It's
also,
only up from here.
but then also for that, not just on the terms of the project, but just to actually get to work with, you know, those people and actually make friends with them is like mental. Like for me, it's mad. Like, you know, yeah, like really like surreal. Like I'm lost for words, not because I don't know how to talk.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
But no, it really is. It's like mental, and like I got to sit with like, you know, Ray yesterday or the day before, whatever day, like doing press and stuff with him. I'm just sitting there with Ray Winston, like I'm like,
it's my old mate.
this is a bit mental, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean?
So
and then obviously, you know, like I said, I'm sort of from sort of that sort of, you know, realm. So everyone's like, oh, you're fucking, I'm like, yeah, I actually was. Like, it's mad. Do you know what I mean?
So, I mean, that's what I'm really intrigued on, the press aspect. So you film it, you rap, and then it's coming out. Are they like, okay, you have to go here, here, here? Like, what happens?
Pretty much, yeah.
And you're just doing like events and like interviews and this and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, then you end up here.
Yeah. Charcuterie board.
Yeah, pretty much, because we filmed, if we finished, I don't know, like, well, finished, I know we finished about 9 to 10 months ago, we wrapped. I only know that because I had a daughter 2 weeks after we wrapped. So yeah, around that time. And yeah, it's, you know, I mean, for me, like, you know, I'm not, you know, well, I'm in it, but, you know, I'm not leading it or anything like that. So for me, you know, it's just been kind of just waiting to, you know, see what happens, and then all of a sudden it's like, right, in, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But that's just the aim of the game anyway. You know, it's like you do an audition, don't hear anything. One day, you know, like 6 months later, you get a phone call. Oh, we need you on set tomorrow. Right. Do you know what I mean? It's just the aim of it, because, you know, I've you know, so many people involved in it. It's like, right, in. So you kind of always got to be ready, because you do it, you get the call, you show up, you do the work. You know, you show up, and, you know, that's all you can do is, you know. And then with the press stuff, you go here, and then you're like, right, okay, what are they going to ask me?
Something wild.
And then you just comes at you. So sometimes you do mess up a little bit, but it's only because.
Have you had any mess ups? Anything you want to clear up today?
Well, I don't know yet, because I ain't watched it back, but I'm pretty sure I've messed up probably. Well, I just get a little bit nervous sometimes.
No,
do you know what I mean? Just a bit, you know, get a little bit fidgety in that, or like stumble words.
Is there anything you think you've said, or are you hoping it's going to be cut out? You don't want to bring it up.
I don't even know, to the point, so I don't know. So we did the carpet, and it was like,
just like blackout.
It was like 100 different people, like all. So I'm like, at the end of it, I was like, do you know what? I can't even remember
what have I just said. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can't even remember what I said. So we'll see. I don't know. If so, maybe you can't post this if it's bad. Do you know what I mean?
I will post it.
No, you can post this. What I'm saying, if I've said something really bad, maybe you're like, oh, actually, we'll slip that one, even after you've had the porn star geezer thing in there that he was talking about. Do you know what I mean? So
no, that one went over quite well.
You're like, no, I loved it.
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah.
It was great. He does a mean Sharon Osbourne as well.
It does, yeah? Nice. Yeah, does her, or does the impression?
Does the impression.
We called it. Yeah, no, I don't know if I'm going to the actual Oscars, but supposed to be, Netflix are doing an after party, so do some of. I think Elton John's doing one.
Oh, because that'd be more fun than the event, surely.
Wait, can I open this and drink this on this?
Drink, go, drink.
Oh, there ain't a cup though, is there? So.
Oh, what, you want the gin? Get into it.
Of course I'm.
You can swig it from the bottle. Come on.
I'm a geezer.
Come on.
Right, anyway.
He's a geezer.
My missus is gonna love this. She's like, I told you, don't it up. And here I am drinking a bottle of gin.
No,
sorry, babe. Sorry, babe. Yeah.
Chin.
That's not bad, actually.
There you go. Nice, the M&S special, that is. Okay, so you've done loads of amazing things. I'm sure there's more to come, but
hopefully,
right now,
that would be nice.
Are you satisfied? Do you feel like you've made it to a certain degree? Like, what's your stance on that?
I don't know. He's saying made it. It's like, I don't know. You know.
You don't know what's to come.
Made what? I don't know. I mean, I made a great TV show with great people. So hopefully it goes down well. which it will.
It will. People are gonna love it. I know.
So yeah, no, I'm happy with that. You know, and then just kind of what's next. It's like already. It's like today. I'm like, well, I'm obviously doing this, but then it's like right, more auditions. Back to it. It's like straight back on the grind. You know, like I said, I got kids and that. It's like, you know, as long as they're happy and
got to get them into acting school. That expensive one.
No.
Are you gonna like shield them?
I'd rather give them the money. They could buy a gaff and then they're fine off that.
That's actually a great idea. I would have rather had a house than anything I've had.
Listen,
University.
Put you to university to do what?
I'm doing it
to
right
go and
now.
earn your own money to buy that, or I'd say, here, 100 grand to go uni. Just go buy yourself a gaff. You never have to work again ever, do you? Really? You live off of it. So, but no, going forward, you know, I'm hoping this goes well, and you know, I hope, you know, a lot of attention comes for it, and you know, hopefully I get a few phone calls and a few offers. But for me, nothing really changes. It's right, cool, back to the grind, keep going, get stuff in.
Of course.
Not just because I've done this, I'm like, oh, everyone wants me. Like, no, it's like, right, stick
I'm
to
famous
it.
now.
Yeah, I'm famous
Everyone's
now.
gone.
I ain't got to pay for anything. Yeah, why are you going to make money then? Do you know what I mean? It's you know, get back to the grind, and nothing changes. Same
job, right?
same focus, same this, same. Yeah, it is a job, yeah. Same focus, same this. So, but yeah, hopefully stuff comes. So if anyone's listening,
Oh yeah, anyone.
if anyone's listening,
Book him.
give me a job. I like stacking shelves and stuff like that. Anyway. Tesco's.
Waiting.
I don't know who owns Tesco's, but if you're listening, I'm ready.
They'll call you.
Yeah. So, but anyway, sorry.
Yeah. What's dream project then?
This is a dream project. That's what I mean.
Dream role then? Another role? What's next? Like, if there was something that you could do.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. So
now.
I actually. Okay. Cool. So this was a dream role because it was very fun. It was a dream project. But going forward, Aegon the Targaryen.
No clue.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Yes, I love.
Yeah, but it's not. It's no, it is, but it's a spin-off, and they're doing. But it's Aegon the Targaryen, so it's all about the start of the dynasty.
So who do you want to play?
Aegon the Targaryen.
Oh, is he like the guy?
He's like the original Targaryen. Yes,
There you go.
I'd love to play that.
Does he have nice long blonde hair?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
It very much looks like
Halfway
me,
there.
so I'm like, well, you know.
Are you going for that?
Hopefully after this I will be. Yeah, no, no, it's really
God,
weird.
that'd
It's
be
really weird
cool.
actually. So no, I wasn't, but you know, I love it as well because you get all these fan people. Someone pinged something on my like Instagram about it,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden there's like all these fan pages of that I should be him and and I was like, my mate sent it to me. He's like, you seen this? I was like, no, mate, I don't really go on my like Instagram
People
and that.
get the role.
But like fully, they're like, you know, but then you know, you look on the thing and you know, if you look at the character as they've depicted him, I do fit the brief.
Are you getting that feeling again?
What's
It's
that?
for you?
Well, I fit the brief, so I'm like, let's do the
Give it a
brief,
shot.
you know. And if not, then you know, Green Arrow, which would be great if James Gunn ever does it. Or I've heard they're casting for James Bond.
And
So-
you want to be the next Bond?
Well, the last
I mean,
last
yeah.
one was blonde.
So
Why can't I be? So
why not?
and I did look quite sharp on the red carpet the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, have a
What
look,
job on
Google
that?
it. I had a
We'll throw a picture up. for
I had a
everyone.
brown suede tux. I looked the part. It was nice.
Oh, nice. Very
Bruno
nice.
Cucinelli tux. It was lovely, actually. Very, very
Gorgeous.
nice. Yeah.
Gorgeous. Okay,
But yeah, so going forward, yeah, that would be quite fun projects. to
very
do.
cool. What's the difference between London and Hollywood?
So I'm very on the fence in that situation actually. So I feel like Hollywood, you know, is or just America in general, you know, it's opportunities
Galore.
galore, right? So it's very good, you know, for that aspect. But then London is kind of like, well, I mean, it's London. It's been here forever, hasn't it? So America's only about 300 years old in itself. So my gaff's older than that. So. Do you know what I mean? No, but do you know what I mean? But it's here. It's like, you know, even when it comes to, I guess, the arts, it's like, you know, it's always been here, you know, and it's kind of, yes, the glitz and the glam is there, but I feel like the kind of real meat is here in London because it's just always been here, you know.
Do you find it more authentic almost?
Well, I wouldn't say authentic. I'm just like, in terms of like, you know, let's get like artsy on it.
Go on.
Like the, you know, the the whole kind of craft and stuff is, you know, it all started in theatre, right?
Right, I see what you're saying.
Or jesting, right?
Yeah.
So it's always been here, and it's kind of it, and it's still here. You know, we go to the theatre here. What do we wear tuxes, and we You go to the theatre over there. You don't even want to go to the theatre over there, really.
really.
Wear a pair of tracksuits.
Not as much. It's not a big culture for theatre.
It's just it's the glitz and the glam, and it's the TV, and it's but it's so it's a different world, right? So
Different
you know,
world.
it's movie world, it's Hollywood land, it's Hollywood, it's movie world. But in London, you know, you come here and it's a bit more like, oh, okay, this is, you know, I feel like I can't think of the word, but like the roots kind of came from.
No,
Well, they didn't come from here. They probably actually came from Italy, but the same thing. It's Europe, same thing. We used to own that as well.
Europe.
So Europe,
Europe.
yeah, basically England, yeah. So, but do you know what I mean? It's kind of that. So
also, I'm so fascinated by just the whole world, like modeling and film and everything. Is there any? Would you say there's any like a bad experience you've had, or like a downside that's like memorable to you, whether it was when you were younger modeling or in TV now?
Probably can't say it on TV. No, I'm joking. No, I mean, you know, you get into situations every now and again, but no, I wouldn't say it's a bad side. I'm like, look at me, I'm sitting here with you now, so it must have been a good thing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, bad side, sitting here next to you. That's about the baddest thing that's happened to me. No, I wouldn't say it's a bad side. As I said, like I grew up on a council estate. You know, like I probably would have been a plumber or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know.
Shout out plumbers.
Shout out plumbers. I used to be an electrician as well, so I've done it all. But what I'm saying is, it's like, now I'm doing this. So what's the bad?
That's pretty cool.
What's the bad side? Do you know what I mean?
That's very cool.
So,
very cool.
Done the rough. Now I'm doing the smooth. So
Love it. So you started in modeling, and then you kind of transitioned into acting. Were you worried that you were going to get kind of typecast for like a hot model like guy in like some cheesy films? Because I'm assuming that's not the direction you want to go.
No,
but were
not
you
at
worried
all.
about that? Because coming from modeling,
that's why I think I mentioned it earlier. I don't know whether you put it in or not. I was saying over here, you know, I was going for auditions, but it was kind of like, oh, he's model. Just because he's deemed good looking. I don't necessarily think I am, but you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, what, he thinks you should get into the, you know, the movie world kind of thing. I was like, nah, it's not. It's because I actually have a passion for it. So that's why I moved to LA, because no one knows me there. So I was able to just be a nobody and just focus on, you know, like my craft and show up to auditions and be like, oh, he's, you know, he's half all right.
So so what do you do when people are, I'm assuming lots of people call you attractive, especially being on camera so often. What do you do? Do you not care? Does it go in one ear out the other?
Just what I did there is usually what I do, yeah.
You ignore it?
Yeah.
Oh, do you not say thanks or anything?
It depends if it's like, you know, the situation, you know. Obviously, some people say it, you know, genuinely, and I'm like, oh, cool, thank you, but great. If not, I'm like, I didn't come here to be told that. I'm just coming to have a beer. Like, leave me alone.
True. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I have a very strange last question, which I want to end it on.
Okay. Well, you're already pretty weird. So how weird is this going to get?
I mean,
so.
yeah, no.
Oh.
So I had a little look. Actually,
strange question.
It wasn't me. So I was talking to my friend, and I was like, "Oh, I'm interviewing this guy tomorrow. It's gonna be so cool."
Okay.
And I think she follows your Instagram or hopped on your Instagram, and she was like, "Why does he follow an Ozzy Osbourne? Like, you follow Ozzy Osbourne fan accounts on Instagram?
Do I?
You do.
Oh.
I was just wondering, are you a big fan of Ozzy Osbourne?
I mean, I do like Ozzy Osbourne, but I don't know why I'm following his fan account. No.
You're following Ozzy Osbourne for life, and Ozzy Osbourne forever. Is that a mistake?
I mean, I think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do like. I mean, I think he's a funny.
You like him?
He's a very talented man, but I don't know why I follow his fan pages.
So a little mistake, maybe.
Apparently, I'm not very good on the old.
On Instagram, do you not like the whole social media aspect of the film? Because now you've got to be like promoting yourself everywhere as well.
You'd think so.
Do you not?
No.
But I mean, you have to be online, no, nowadays.
Supposedly. But
do you not think?
I mean, no, you kind of do, of course.
You've got an Instagram?
I have one, but I've had it, but I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah, so I don't even know how it works, so.
What do you hate about it?
It's busy, innit? You spend half your time on it, it's busy, and you end up following people you don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I'm following Ozzy Osbourne fan pages.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Ozzy Osbourne, sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I'm saying following him is cool. Why am I following his fan pages?
Because you think it's really cool.
No, 'cause I've sat on my phone and it's obviously gone there. So, but yeah, no. So I actually don't know. I thought it was gonna be a way stranger question.
No. So your wife Naz Tokyo, she's a very successful singer-songwriter. Great voice.
Yes, I mean yes, amazing.
And I'm sure the both of you, a little power couple, met loads of amazing people, right?
Yeah, a few.
Some great, I'm sure, especially in the film world, because.
Well, film and music world, but yeah,
film and music
but
world.
a few, yeah.
Any standouts?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You've done your own work, haven't you? Tell me.
Well, I see there's a little connection between you and The Rock. Please explain.
Okay. Yes, I know. Crazy. Okay, so again, like this is surreal. Doing the Gentleman, this was even more surreal. So I did meet my wife. Well, obviously she was my wife at the time, and then introduced me to The Rock.
How does she know The Rock?
So her best friend is his wife. So,
oh, sweet.
And they do a lot of music together. They do a lot of music on the movies and stuff. But they're like best mates. But she's like, oh, do you want to come around, come with me? Meet my friends. I'm like, yeah, of course I want to meet your friends.
And it's just The Rock.
But you could have told me it was The Rock before I got there. Do you know what I mean? I walk in going, oh, you all right, mate? What's your name?
And then you're like, oh, wait.
No.
I know you.
Of course. What? You got to be cool though, right? Bit like on set with guys, like, oh, what's your name, mate? Like, I'm like, oh, what's your name? I'm like, I know what your name is. So I've rock bottomed so many people as a kid. But I had to ask the question. And I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid asking it. But I'm trying to be cool.
Gotta be cool.
Ish.
Is he massive?
Oh yeah, he's huge. He's a beast of a man. He's in great shape as well. It's amazing. Like I'm like, dude, how are your shoulders bigger than my head?
So you're good friends now?
Yeah. Like I said, he's actually my son's godfather, which is crazy. So yeah.
Why? That is no, but really, that is crazy.
I'd say family over friends. But yeah, it's good little relationship.
Well, no,
so.
both.
I still do. I do want to know what he's cooking now. I just ain't asked him yet.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming and talking to us.
Thank you.
Oh.
Shut
up! I'm trying my best.
I'm supposed
I'm
supposed to be a gentleman. You're
I'm a gentleman. I'm a charming young man.
You're a naughty boy.
I'm a charming
You're
young
a
man.
very naughty boy.